Well, guys, your girl finally made it to Midgar. You got this, Yuffie. My name is Yuffie, Materia Hunter and Elite Special Forces operative for the new Wutai government. I have orders to infiltrate Shinra headquarters and steal their ultimate materia. To prove to our common enemy that Wutai is not to be trifled with. Members of Avalanche! With your full support, we got this! So, members of Avalanche, where are you? Come get me already! Okay, if I was a man in a Moogle hat... Huh? Wait, does this mean what I think it does? Interesting. So, I gotta come to you, do I? You got some nerve.
Alright, welcome to the Intergrade Intermission, whichever you want to call it, the DLC for Final Fantasy VII Remake. So, this one's not very long, there's only like 2 chapters to it. This is chapter 1, obviously. And, yeah, so I'm doing this a bit differently. So, instead of it being a new game, I just went and did it on hard mode. As I figured with the original game not being as challenging as I wanted it to be, I wanted to add that extra challenge to this. So yeah, we're going to do this one on hard mode. So, which means it's on New Game Plus. So as you can see, Yuffie's health is like almost 8,000, well, typically it's 7,000. But yeah, so you start, basically this is a little bit different, so this kind of takes place about halfway through the main game. So this is about the time where Cloud, Barrett, and all of them went to Sector 5, the Sector 5 reactor, to go blow that one up. So this is when Yuffie comes to steal the ultimate materia from Shinra. Yeah, and if you, I'm also kind of doing this a bit differently than normal. I'm actually doing post commentary, not live commentary. Ooh. So this is after I've already recorded all of this, so yeah, not really much to say here, other than like Yuffie's kind of squishy. Yuffie's pretty squishy. She can get absolutely destroyed because she's not really, you know, being a ninja. You know, she's agile and all that stuff, so she's not built to be a tank. You gotta be careful. So yeah, mostly I will have like 2 HP ups on her. And you can see that I'm using the very first weapon that she gets, the Shuriken, which is her most well-rounded weapon. I usually like to have Yuffie as both magic and physical, you know, balanced between the two.
no palm. You okay? Anybody home? Oh, well, guess I'm not going anywhere until I get that elevator moving.
Yeah, so as you notice that to interact with the environment, basically you just have Yuffie throw a shuriken at it, you know. It's a little bit different than how, you know, Cloud and Tifa and Aerith all traverse the world.
Got no time for small fry.
Yeah, he has a really nice little trick here where she can throw her weapon, and then you can basically press triangle again, and she'll like zip right to him. It's almost like the warp strike from Final Fantasy 15 that Noctis did, kinda. Not as broken though. Final Fantasy 15, you had to. That's all you did with Noctis. You just did warp strikes all over the place. It was like your main damage. At least that's what I did. But here I am trying to remember. I'm like, do I want to go down this ladder or do I want to continue on? Ultimately, I went down the ladder. For a chest I can use, because in hard mode you are not allowed to use items. You have to solely rely on your MP, and that's the thing that makes it challenging. Is when you're on hard mode, your MP doesn't regen when you rest at a bench, and you can't use like ethers or anything like that. So you have to really rely on your MP management, and also using weapons that have like MP regeneration abilities on it. I typically don't really do that because most times when I'm just running. Oh, hold on.
Was supposed to be the marvel of the modern world. Talk about false advertising. City of Mako? City of garbage, more like.
Yeah, so mostly when I'm like running around, I don't use magic or anything like that. I typically don't heal either. If you haven't noticed, I kind of did the same in the original game. Even though I was playing on normal, I still did not heal a whole lot outside of bosses. Kind of that hard mode. That hard mode mentality. So as you can see, one of the little clones is in trouble over there.
Do something. You'll do the trick. Come on down.
No, don't do that. You have to climb up the tower. Yeah, don't do what I did here. Climb back down the ladder. You immediately slide on the fireman pole here. Whee! Now you'll see a cut here where I went to go switch my materia. I jumped across there and then realized I was like, uh-oh. I was like, these guys got a weakness. And then I was like, oh, I'll restart. So I could figure out what their weakness was, so I could switch the materia. So these guys are weak to ice. So I'm going to put on elemental ice. Yeah. My setup, I was set up for one of the, like the ultimate weapon combat simulator that you can do in Chapter 2. So I had to switch it to the weapon. I had it for defense. But yeah, this fight can go real bad real quick. Because they will they'll run at you, do like a little charge attack, almost like they're... It does a lot of damage. You can see it did like 850 there with that one attack. Yeah, 818. And considering that Yuffie only has like 700, you know, or 7,000 HP, that can rack up real quick. And they also like to do the little throat chomp, so that's why I put Blizzard on, so to make this fight more manageable. You can also throw Blizzard at him. You got the stagger. Oh, and I don't think there is anything over here. At least when I went over here, I found nothing. So I don't remember if there was like something over here that you cannot get, but you can only get in a new game. But yeah, if you want to, come check this out. But ultimately, I came up here and there was nothing here. So a waste of time. So if you're on like New Game Plus or something, maybe not. Maybe don't go over there. So I was like, huh, waste of time. Oh well. Another chest with an item that I probably can't even use. Oh wait, no, 1,000 gil. Well, I probably don't really need that. Still, I think I got a lot of gil. Well, I will mention that the backgrounds definitely look better on the PS5. A little bit more polished. We got another cutscene coming up, so I'll see you after.
This is too weird. Okay, you got this.
Alright, yeah, so if you remember this area, this is the area that Cloud Tifa went when, like, the chapter 3?
Huh, okay. That rotten egg smell's gone. Must have gotten used to it. The way things are going, I'll be working for Shinra next. Nice try, Midgar. I'm talking to myself. City's getting to me.
Yeah, there is a materia over here. There's a purple one. Which was like an HP up, I think. Either HP up or MP up was one of those two. Which these are always useful to grab. I'd say in hard mode, like HP ups are like kind of mandatory. You want as much HP as you can. Especially with Yuffie and her glass cannon self. And here we are, we reached Sector 7.
Monsters have been acting strange. It's not going to be good for any of us if Wutai's got their claws in it.
Mako Reactor 5 has been temporarily shut down and all fires have been successfully extinguished. The situation is under control and the people of our fair city need not worry about any additional complications. We are in the process of conducting a full forensic investigation, but we suspect the device used was similar to that employed in the attack on Mako Reactor 1.
Oh, what do we have here? Man, that's gotta be Avalanche. Not bad. Not bad at all. But I can do better.
Yuffie? Yo.
What? There's our palm. So, you're Avalanche?
I'm Jija. Follow me.
Wait up!
Oh look, Chadley.
So, Jija, why didn't you come meet me before? for?
I figured an elite W agent could find their own way.
I may be elite, but it's not like I've ever been to Midgar. And what exactly is a W anyway?
Anyone who lives where you just came from, think of it as a code name.
Uh-huh.
Still can't believe they sent a kid to do this job.
This kid could kick your ass!
Saying you're a fresh face is all.
Oh, don't worry. I know exactly what you're saying.
Give me a break, will ya?
And let you walk all over me?
So why aren't they back yet?
Well, here we are. Ladies first.
They'll turn up.
And when they do, we're gonna treat them to a feast. I can almost taste your pizza now, Jesse.
Shame, since you won't be getting any.
What?
Yeah, as you saw, Biggs, Wedge, and Jesse. It's just after the Sector 5 reactor got blown up and Cloud fell down. So currently, right now, he's still in Sector 5, hanging out with Aerith.
These two are Billy Bob and Polk. And that's Nio.
Hi. My name is Yuffie, Materia Hunter and Elite Special Forces Operative for the new Wutai government. I have orders to infiltrate Shinra HQ and steal their ultimate materia. To prove to our common enemy that Wutai is not to be trifled with. Members of Avalanche, with your full support, we got this.
Ready to rumble, huh?
You better believe it. So, did you guys meet Sonan yet? He was supposed to be here.
Yeah, he got in 3 days ago.
He's out on the town as we speak. Really seems to be enjoying it here.
Oh, he does he?
You, got any bags?
As if. Ninjas always travel light. It's like a rule. But I did bring these. Wutai's famous Dachau beans. Eat up. And here you go.
Oh! Can you eat these things? Guess you do.
Sheesh, you ninjas are insane.
Do me a favor, Yuffie, and wait here for Sonan. I gotta head out. Your ID should be ready for pickup by now.
Then why don't I join ya?
Nah, I got this. Besides, you reek of trouble.
Huh?
You look kind of nervous.
I just want to make sure I have the plan down pat. You know, like how to get up top and all that.
Well, if you had an ID, you'd normally just take the train up there. But with all the commotion going on, that's not really an option. Security's on high alert. If you ask me, your best bet is to sit tight and wait for things to settle down some.
Sit tight, but I want to go now.
Be my guest then. Go get killed.
Harsh.
If you haven't introduced yourself to Billy Bob, you should. He's got some intel you might want to hear.
Okay.
My teeth.
You're welcome. So the materia I'm looking for is in the Shinra building, right? And where is that exactly?
Ignorance truly is bliss, huh?
What did you just say?
Oh, didn't mean to offend you. Of course, you probably knew this already, but there's a whole other city built on the plate above us. Shinra building's right in the middle. You can't miss it.
Oh, that one. Why didn't you say so?
As for what to do once you make it into the building, ask Nio. She'll give you the deets.
You must be tired from your trip. Why don't you get some rest?
With all the noise in this city? Freaking possible. How about you tell me where in the Shinra building they're keeping that materia instead? Don't hold out on me now. I know you know.
Actually, I kind of don't. At least, not an exact location. All I know is that Shinra, for most purposes, treats materia as a weapon. which means the Advanced Weaponry Division probably deals with it. And since that's in the basement,
I see. So, Shinra hides its top secret materia in the basement. You won't have to wait much longer, my precious. I promise.
just be careful, will you? Please?
Yeah, you have to talk it to everybody twice here in order to move on.
You look about ready to die of boredom. Wanna play Fort Condor?
Fort Condor?
I should have known. It hasn't been out long, so there's no way you W's would have heard of it.
Yes I have. And what's more, I'm awesome at it. I'll whoop you so hard you'll wonder if you ever knew the rules.
For my benefit, then. Let me go over them.
Yeah, this is where you get to play the new minigame, Fort Condor. Kind of plays out like it plays out somewhat similar to the original game. Actually, I'd say it probably plays out exactly like that, if you think about it. 3 lane, well, technically 2 lanes. And you see how, I'll give it kind of a rundown, because I think you were supposed to get a tutorial of this, but since I'm on New Game Plus, it just went straight into it, and I basically have all my stuff, and this thing's gonna go pretty cinch for me. And I don't even remember how to play all this. I was just kind of remembering stuff off the top of my head, like what was the weaknesses for each of the, because you'll see, like over the units, you'll see either a sword, a bow and arrow, or a shield, which each of the 3 has like a weakness to each other, you know. And so, yeah, you can see how the enemy has like 3 towers, I guess, where they have birds on them. So basically, if you take out the middle one, which is kind of like the queen if you're playing a game of chess, you win the game. But, yeah, so at the top, you see the ATB or whatever, and you use those to summon the units that you have assigned to your deck or whatever. Yeah, it's... It kind of speaks for itself a little bit. As you can see, I'm like summoning units. We're fighting each other. We're trying to advance forward. The enemy's trying to stop us. And since pretty much I'm kind of overpowered in this because I did all this. So this is pretty much kind of like an introduction to a really huge side quest that you can do during this chapter, where you can play a bunch of people at Fort Condor. And once you win the champion, or you beat enough people, you'll be able to play the champion or whatever, and then you can get some really good materia out of it. You can also see I got a Condor coin, which these will be introduced in a minute.
You totally kicked my ass.
You mean you didn't lose on purpose? Wow.
Well, if you're looking for a challenge, the Undercity's got no shortage of serious players.
I've kind of got better things to do.
Sure about that? Word is, if you beat the Grandmaster, you can win some serious cash. Materia, too.
Materia?
That's right. But you should know, the hardcore competitors won't give you the time of day till you've proven yourself.
Whatever. Bring it on!
You know about the VR combat simulation module, right?
Huh? Of course I do. Why wouldn't I? It's that thing that stimulates modulation.
Hmm? Kinda. It's a machine that puts you in a virtual world where you can practice fighting all you want. There's even a portable version of it. Guy around the corner has one.
Uh-huh.
Hardly ever see technology that cutting edge down here. So what do you say? Want to try it?
I really don't have time to be playing around with some stimulator. But just to be polite, I guess I'll take it for a spin.
The guy's name is Chadley. He's over by the Neighborhood Watch. If you ever feel like some virtual training, I'm sure he'd be happy to help.
Sonan's still not back? Must be in Wall Market then.
What's Wall Market?
Let's just say it's a place for people with mature tastes.
Mature tastes.
There's lots of different establishments. It's kinda hard to explain.
No, I think I get it. Like bars filled with smoke so thick you can't even see. And drinks so bitter, you want to spit them right back out. Where everyone gets drunk and complains about how kids just don't understand the value of hard work. They'll be the death of society. Ugh, how can they not see that they're the ones destroying it? Wutai's got a place like that, where grown-ups drink their lives away. It's called the Happy Turtle.
Interesting. There's a Happy Turtle in Midgar as well.
Huh?
I don't know where exactly because I've never actually been, but I do see their flyers from time to time.
You do, huh? Oh, they're taking down Midgar one citizen at a time. I salute you, Happy Turtle.
Come to think of it, there's a man who goes around putting up flyers for the bar. People call him Old Snapper, and he doesn't dress like your average Midgar male. Might be from Wutai.
I gotta find him. Man deserves some Dachau beans. All this talking's giving me a headache. I'm gonna go do some recon.
I won't stop you.
Yeah, so basically when you talk to all those guys, they're basically telling you about a bunch of stuff you can do. Play Fort Condor, do the battle simulator. So if you talk to Chadley, he'll give you like a simulator that you can do where you can fight a summon called Ramu. I won't be doing that because I already have it. Anybody who knows who that is, you know, Ramu is a staple of the Final Fantasy franchise. So yeah. Definitely worth getting, because there are some enemies weak to lightning. But I would recommend waiting until you come back to get Sonan before fighting Ramu.
And has substantial muscle mass for her stature. An acceptable candidate.
Hey, you wanna tell me what you're mumbling about?
My apologies. My name is Chadley. Would you be interested in helping me with my research?
I'm Yuffie. Nice to meet you. So, what are you researching?
Combat. It would entail doing battle with a summon in a virtual arena using this portable simulator. Interested?
Sure. Why not? I'm a kick its butt.
Very well then.
Well, I suppose if you are feeling extra sadistic, you could go solo, so...
When you feel suitably prepared, please, let me know.
But I won't be doing any of, like, the side stuff. The Fort Condor, the Happy Turtle flyers, or the combat simulator. I'm kind of going straight story on this one. So apologies for anybody who wanted all that. I mean, it's worth doing if you're doing it for the first time, so I would definitely recommend doing it. I just didn't want this to be too bloated, I guess, with a lot of, because when I tried to, I wanted to do the side missions in the main game, and I just I could not get myself to do it. It was hard, real hard.
Oh, greetings, Softshell. So, how many of those flyers did you find?
What?
Ahem. Collect just 6 flyers for the Happy Turtle, and a one-of-a-kind prize could be yours. Ring any bells?
Nope.
Well then, allow me to explain. The Happy Turtle's running a contest. And the rules are simple. All you have to do is collect 6 of our fabulous flyers from around Sector 7, and you'll earn yourself a prize sure to delight even the dourest Diamondback. Ha-ha! Sadly, a handful of locals have taken to acting like stinkpots toward anything Wutaian, especially since the bombings. Some have even gone so far as to tear down my poor posters. Little wonder nobody's won yet.
Bummer.
Which leaves me in a pretty predicament. But hey, my pain might be your gain. By collecting just a handful of flyers, you could be the first, and at this rate, the only winner of the most testudinarious contest in Midgar's history. This here's a sample of one of our ads. Breathtaking, isn't it? Now it's up to you to find all 6. Leave no shell unturned, no pond unplumbed.
That prize is as good as mine.
Ah, since you're here, you wouldn't happen to have any Condor coins on you, would you? This job may keep a shell over my head, but my real passion's coin collecting. I'd gladly part with some oddities and commodities in exchange for those little beauts.
Yeah, so those Fort Condor coins you were getting, yeah, you can see how it has a little shop where you can buy new stuff. Yeah, so you had to do this in order to progress the story. So it's like worth doing this so you can get Sonan on your team, and you will be able to come back out and continue to do the rest of the side quest stuff. You have plenty of chances to get them all done. During this chapter, at least.
I'm back.
Ah, there you are. Someone's been expecting you.
What took you?
Sorry about that.
What?
Just thinking how you're nothing like your old man. Anyway, it's nice to meet you. I'm Sonan Kasakabe. I was lucky enough to learn how to fight from good...
Yeah, I don't want to talk about him. Let's talk about something else, like how you've adjusted to life here, indulging in adult pastimes. Which I guess means drinking yourself stupid. Last thing I need is my partner stinking like an over-the-hill has-been. Speaking of drinking, you been to the Happy Turtle? If you're part of Operation Down in One, I take it back. I am there next time you go. Don't worry, I can do adult stuff just fine.
Well, I don't even know where to begin with all of that. But I do know I haven't heard of Operation Down in One. At any rate, I'm looking forward to working with you, boss.
Boss? As in me?
Well, I've got a few years on you, I'll admit. But out of us two, we've done this longer.
I guess I have. Boss, huh? I could get used to that. Beats being stuck on the bottom rung, that's for sure.
After we get the materia, we can celebrate your promotion at the Happy Turtle.
Yeah. Stupid bird.
Says the merchandise is good to go. Handoffs at a depot and municipal storage.
Okay. Yuffie, Sonan, you mind coming along?
Not at all. Need to scope out the city anyway. Really get to know the enemy.
We'll be passing through a rough part of town, so you'll want to go prepared. I'll leave you to get ready. Hit me up outside when you're done, okay?
Be right there.
Now we got a walking, talking section. Yeah, see, now would be a time where you can complete all this stuff. This moves on to the next bit of the story.
Okay. Streets are kind of a maze, so stay close.
So Naya, where are we headed?
To pick up your IDs. There's no way to get topside without them.
But I thought GJ was getting our high Ds. What happened with that?
He is, but those are different. It takes more than one ID, or even two, to survive in this town. Don't forget, Midgar was built by Shinra for Shinra.
Those tyrants!
Put the claws away, boss. At least while we're in Shinra territory. Whoa.
So Yuffie, what do you think of the Undercity?
Way too crowded. I can't stand it. Ugh, and the stench. How can anyone live here?
Gotta agree with you about the smell, but you get used to it quick enough.
And the crowd stop bothering you eventually. The place can grow on you if you give it a chance.
Wait a second. Are you actually saying you like it here? I thought you hated it.
Midgar isn't the enemy. Shinra is. I know W's don't really see the distinction, but we do.
Then what was that stuff on the news? About a reactor blowing up and all. No way that was an accident. It had to be Avalanche.
Shh. Sorry.
What's up?
Those guys there are from the Splinter Cell.
Splinter Cell?
They used to be with Avalanche, but left after a policy dispute.
Wow, look who it is. Loving your work. So how many reactors is that now? Wait, where's Cloud?
We lost him.
You what?
He will be okay though, right?
Well, of course he will. A little fall ain't gonna stop a hard ass like him. He'll come swaggering back before long, you mark my words.
Yeah, I guess he will.
Now, can we talk about President Shithead? Spouting all that crap about us? That lying son of a bitch? Working for Wutai, Avalanche ain't nobody.
Barrett!
Oh, yeah.
Speaking of sons of bitches, I heard that Wall Market's very own Don Corneo has his stooges out looking for you.
Huh?
Is that so? Don't got time for no low-level mobsters. We got Shinra in our sights. Tifa, you and I both know this is far from over, right? Might as well get some rest while we still can.
Right. You know what? I think I am gonna look into this.
Good luck out there.
They're the ones who blew up the reactors.
Cool. Should we say hi?
No, better not. After what they've done, you gotta assume Shinra's on their tail. Should keep our distance.
Yeah, my thoughts exactly.
What?
The people in the Splinter Cell, they couldn't care less about collateral damage, long as Shinra goes down.
So what's wrong with that? Sounds good to me.
We're not out to blow Midgar up or tear it down. We want to save it from Shinra. Look around. 9 out of 10 of the people living here are innocent bystanders. We can't level their home to take down one company.
Well, that company almost leveled our home, and they've got to learn their lesson.
Yeah, I get that.
Gotta admit, I'm surprised you agreed to work with us.
We're just doing what we think is necessary to build a brighter future. That's all there is to it.
In other words, you're working with us so we don't work with your old buddies, knowing what would happen if we did.
Can we table this for later, maybe? Not sure now's the best time for heavy topics.
Yeah, couldn't agree more. Consider it tabled.
So, what exactly does this ultimate materia do? I'm guessing you have big plans for it?
Like after we steal it? Well, the more materia you have, the stronger you are, right? So once we've got the ultimate materia, we'll be stronger than anyone.
I guess you will.
It's gonna be awesome!
And not just that. By sneaking into Shinra HQ and snatching their most prized possession from under their noses, not only will we deal a massive blow to their morale, but we'll prove to them that while Wutai might be down, we're not out. That the gist of it, boss?
Sure is!
This music's a banger coming up, by the way.
See that one? Well, hello there, hot stuff. How'd you like a shot at the big tower? With those looks, I guarantee you're golden. So what do you say? Ready to be queen of the Undercity?
Hey! What am I? Chopped liver?
Kid doesn't even hear this.
You'll be a good girl and cover your ears, okay?
You'd be living and working in the most luxurious residence in all of
You want me to
Walmart.
be one of Corneo's brides, is that it? Which makes you a person of influence, right?
Oh, so you know your stuff. But I'd say I'm more of a helping hand. So why don't you help me help you?
Let's get going.
What are you doing? Get your hands off me! Ugh.
Now don't go playing hard.
Know any kids who can do that? No, you don't, because I'm an adult. Also, I'm pretty hot stuff myself, thank you very much.
Sure. Whatever helps you sleep at night, little girl. But if you want to pull up a seat at the grown-ups table, be my guest.
Come on again, Padro, get the happy turtle! Girl, get inside, find a seat and order something strong!
With the power of his prophet!
If only.
I feel so alive!
Fury of his surging seas!
Like that?
Son!
You're great!
Hey, at least you tried.
You're gonna eat those words, you smug piece of shit.
Boss! Boss! You're not gonna believe this! The hottie of the century just fell right into our lap!
She did?
Goods under the hood, junk in the trunk, and down for a bumpy ride!
Sorry, ladies, but after careful consideration, we've decided to go with a more qualified applicant. Let's go!
See you around!
Okay. So who were those creeps anyway?
Don Corneo's talent scouts. They'll say and do just about anything to get unsuspecting girls back to the Don's mansion.
I thought it looked seedy. Guess you'd have to be a scumbag to build a place like that.
Oh-ho! And how do you know what it looks like?
I saw it while I was scouting the area.
Well, we're here. Now we just have to wait. Wait for who? Not sure. We used to have someone who could make fake IDs in-house, but they went off with the Splinter Cell. We've never dealt with this particular vendor before.
Hey, what's up with that guy?
Mako poisoning. That's what happens if you don't make the grade as a soldier, or when the military's done using you.
Just another one of Shinra's victims.
Them again? Shinra's so gonna get it.
If it's Shinra you've got beef with, you'll be needing these. Can't access the plate without them. They're gonna scan for those things on the train, so make sure to keep them on you.
Thank you.
Hey, hold up! Try it. You'll love it. Foreigners and their weak jaws.
We should probably head back and wait for Gigia.
Enjoy your material while you still can, Shinra, 'cause we're coming.
Not yet, boss.
Huh?
With things the way they are, we can't just go strolling up to the front gates. We're gonna need Avalanche to help us bypass security before we can do anything.
Aww.
Yeah, sorry I was quiet. A lot of this was story stuff. But also during that fight, I kind of wanted people to listen to the music. What I would recommend was using the fire ninjutsu. If you have it, I think you should have it this early in the game. You can use the fire ninjutsu with Yuffie and then give elemental fire with, or to Sonan. It'll do like a lot of damage to him.
What? Huh, what's this about? Change of plans. Go to the pillar. We'll explain there. Hurry. Gigia.
Change of plans?
The S7 pillar?
Otherwise known as the roof of the slums. Follow me, guys.
Why does he need us to hurry? I don't like the sound of this.
Well, if you ask me, it's high time things picked up around here.
You like living in the fast lane, huh?
Yeah, I'm not your garden variety Wu-Taian. I'm a rare bloom.
More like a mutant.
Ooh, I'm so gonna use that.
Almost there.
Hey, that's Gigia.
You're right. Hold up.
Hey, I'm talking to you. Answer me. Well,
Look, a Moogle.
Huh?
Stop!
We gotta help.
You two go after Gigia. I'll head back and tell the others what happened.
That way. Boss, we might not be back for a while. Best to stock up before leaving.
Do you have any idea what Gigia actually did?
Whatever it was, he probably did it for us.
Well, now I feel bad.
No time for that, boss.
Right.
Yeah, so as Sonan said, this would be the best time to stock up, and also the best time to finish up any of the side quests, because you won't be coming back here for a minute. You'll still be able to finish them, but if you want to get them done, this is a good this is their last chance before a dungeon, pretty much. Get them done. I would probably do it before this, for sure.
Got nowhere to run.
Tell us what you know. Now!
How about later? I'm not stupid.
Hey! After him!
Oh, talk about fast. Is he one of us?
We don't have time to get into that, boss. You can ask him yourself once he's safe. Come on.
Got grit, I'll give you that. Piece of shit. He's toying with us.
Some kind of factory or something? It reminds me of a place I passed through when I first got here. And if it's anything like that, it'll be crawling with monsters. Make way for the amazing
Art of War does a lot of damage. Yeah, you notice like the main thing with these two is that they're able to do something called synergy, which allows them to, like, you saw during the Don Corneo Goon fight where I was kind of synergized and we were both doing like these bounty attacks and stuff. Yeah, so it's really good for building up the stagger, I think it is, because Yuffie doesn't really have like when enemies are pressured, she doesn't have like stagger building moves. That's mostly Sonan's thing. Like Sonan has an ability where he does like a lot of damage, and you saw like a little cut there. It's one of those ones where I didn't heal up and I died, so I had to restart the fight. Gotta get cocky. Don't get too cocky, because these guys will still whoop your ass. Now you know, I'm not perfect. We still die.
I'm thinking modest.
It's just not what this playthrough is about. Doing it without dying.
Sorry! Damn it. We should radio the other squads.
Aha! Been looking for you.
The hell?
I didn't know fire would be useful. Pretty sure these Shinra soldiers are weak to fire. There's a lot of like places where you can explore around here for extra stuff. I don't do that because I don't think there's anything that I can grab that I would need multiple copies of that basically aren't like healing, fire, lightning, and ice materia. Like the green ones, basically. The green ones you can buy. It's like the purple ones, and the purple ones you get from, some of them you can get from Chadley. Figured, might as well you cure. I don't want to be so weak all the time. Let's ride the conveyor belt. As we're riding, we can throw the shuriken at the boxes and get items. Items I don't need, or items I can't even use.
She's actually pretty cool. I feel bad
But hey, why not?
but after what happened back home, assume no one in Avalanche could be trusted. Like, they were all the same as the ones I fought.
Yeah, I can imagine.
But it looks like Avalanche has changed a lot since that went down, huh? Come on.
You guys just don't know when to quit.
Now you've done it! This is over, you're getting it good! Enjoy your freedom while you can, DJ!
I do believe this enemy, I guess sub-boss, you can call it, is weak against fire. This one will also wreck your day. That's why it's probably like a good idea to use Insight with Sonan. You can use him to tank. Give him like the steadfast block materia so that way he can build up his ATB while he's blocking. Yeah, as you can see, we're synergized right now. So it also kind of changes sometime. It'll change some of the abilities that you do. Like you'll do like a double team attack, which is pretty cool. Which is something I hope they add in the next game, like team attacks. Be really sweet. Kind of give that Chrono Trigger feeling.
10-4. Be there as soon as we can. Unit 3 says they've got the suspect detained near pillar maintenance. You better not keep them waiting.
What? Pillar maintenance? How'd they let him get that far?
Well, if I know. Come on.
You heard the man.
Wait, boss, no! Freeze!
Yuffie's kind of a ditz for a ninja.
Well, that sucks. Why did killing people have to be so hard?
I want to thank you for your act, boss. I did myself killed by mistakes.
Sure, whatever. Now, how do we find Gigi?
I've got an idea about that, but let's get to a vantage point first.
Yeah, so with that, I'm going to end off this episode too. So this is a good time to stop. So thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you guys in the next part. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll check you guys in the next one. Peace.